Hey guys, so just so you know, I am a big proponent for traveling. Okay, I believe it opens your mind a bit, you know, particularly if you're in the US and all you know is your local town, your city, maybe even your state. You know, if you travel, let's say, to a state that's not a neighboring state. For example, if you live in, let's say, Florida, let's say you can go to, I don't know, Maryland, or you can go to Tennessee or Oklahoma and get a perspective on things, from people there, locals there. Now you take that one step further and get a passport, which is under $200, and book a flight and travel to another country. Now, if you're a first-time traveler outside the States, I would say go to a country where English is spoken. Maybe go to the capital city so it won't be too jarring for you. But make that step to see a different part of the world that you haven't seen before. And then once you experience that, you may want to go to other countries, maybe other neighboring countries. Maybe instead of the capital city, you go to another city that may be popular or less popular and speak to the locals there, just to immerse yourself in a different culture, okay? Different foods, different history than the one you're used to hearing about, and grow from there. Expand your mind. Okay, I think it's very important. A different language. You learn a different language, hearing a different language. Expand your mind. Now, while I encourage that for everyone, no matter the demographic you're in, this channel, it's not specifically for a particular ethnicity. I want this channel to be able to reach all people, but more so for men, but all people really. However, there are the, let's say, AKATA that if you're of a Nigerian background, you know what that means. That, let's say, are ones that I would rather you stay where you are. Just stay where you are. Don't travel. Stay where you are until you change your mindset to where if you go outside the country, you're outside your town, outside your city, to another area in the world, you won't be an embarrassment. Okay? Now, this video here shows what not to do in another country.
I'm trying to get my coochie stretched. I'm trying to get my coochie stretched and eat a nigga ass. Eat a nigga ass. We be eating niggas ass today in London. Period, baby. I'm trying to get this coochie stretched. Okay.
Now, as you saw, that, I can't even say lady. I don't know what the AKATA. That AKATA, she going around and saying those type of words in front of people, embarrassing herself in the whole world, because this was on Twitter. It was trending for a while, but this is an example of what not to do in another country. See, this type of woman, this AKATA woman, needs attention, thirsts for attention. And this is what myself and others who want to venture out or who have ventured out to other countries don't want other people to think of how they are. You don't want people to think once they see you, you're like that person that was in London, embarrassing himself. This is a prime example of why people need to self-improve. self-improve. And to get in the weeds a little bit, this is why, me personally, I do not adopt the black culture in my life at all. This is an example of as why. I will never declare myself part of the quote-unquote black community at all. This is not what to do. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable. And now some people might say, I don't care. I don't care what you have to say. I don't care what you have to say. She was just being her. She was being her. Do you think I care about your opinion? Do you think I care about the opinion of someone who I would think subscribes to this type of behavior? I don't care about your opinion. Get away from me. Stay in your town. Stay in your ghetto city. You can keep flashing all you want. Stay there. Stay behind. No. There is a reason why people like myself and many others do not want to be around you. It's because of this type of behavior. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. You see the people there around her? They're shocked. They're just looking at her. They're looking at her as if she's some kind of a animal on the loose. Yes, I will use that word, animal on the loose. I use the words AKATA Unleashed, but you know what I'm talking about. That's what I see when I see her. Look at her. No respect for herself. Her and her friend. Two AKATAs on the prowl. Embarrassing. Now, I focus on her because yes, she is black, and when it comes to people who have their passports, blacks are one of the demographics who have, well, who don't travel as much as other ethnicities, and they don't have their passport as as much as the whites or Hispanics, Asians, what have you. Unless you come from a family of immigrants, that's different. But the African American, the black community, I should say, this right here, everyone should be condemning. Everyone. But you'll hear people defend this type of behavior. Look at this. No home training at all. Embarrassing. I'm going to play it one more time.
The bitch is there.
You see?
I'm trying to get my coochie stretched.
You see?
I'm trying to get my coochie stretched and eat a nigga ass. Eat a nigga ass. We be eating niggas ass today in London. Period, baby. I'm trying to get this coochie stretched. Okay.
I'll play it again.
The bitch is there. I'm trying to get my coochie stretched. I'm trying to get my coochie stretched and eat a nigga ass. Eat a nigga ass with me.
You see? Do you see that behavior? Is that acceptable to you? It's not to me. This is a thing that needs to stop. I will say this. They say, this, if you say something, if you're not quote unquote black enough, let's say, revoke his or her black card or whatever, which is ridiculous. I say revoke her passport. Revoke her passport now. Let her stay in the city where she learned all that nonsense. Let her stay there. Let her stay in that city. It works for her there. Let her stay there. Let her stay there. Because she doesn't represent me. She doesn't represent many other people, men and women, who want to go in a country just to learn the culture, be with the people, learn the food, learn the language, what have you. Be respectful to that country that they're in. No. She had that mindset. And she brought it over from where she was to that country. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. Revoke the AKATA passport. The AKATA's passport needs to be revoked.